Fun fact number 65. Um, my life, right? Um, pulling this one. Just when you think you can move forward and unpack and take a shower, your car goes crazy. So the Monday after I moved the big furniture, um, with the box truck and my angels, um, I went back to purposely didn't schedule work that day, and I went back to the old place because all my cleaning supplies were there. I had to do laundry, and I had so much stuff in the garage here that I couldn't even get to the washer and dryer. So I went back, started my laundry. Um, I had some boxes and things, but not a lot. It's mostly my cleaning supplies and my laundry, and maybe a box or two of stuff like food that I forgot to bring over and stuff like that. Um, so I went, and I wasn't done at the house, but I knew the old house, but I knew I needed to get some lunch. I was getting lightheaded, and it was around 2 o'clock. And so I thought, well, I don't have enough food here to make something. I don't have any food. I think I moved most of the food. Most of the stuff I had moved was like oil and vinegar and stuff like that, and my cleaning supplies. And I'd been doing laundry and cleaning all morning, and pulling stuff together. And then I decided I'm going to go buy some lunch. So I went to my car, and I knew my daughter had that, I think she had that day off. And so, but I wasn't going to bother her. And I went to my car, and it was on. And I thought, I know I turned this off. So I tried to turn it off, and it wouldn't turn off. And then when I turned it on, I got all these error messages like, your steering column, your brakes, your everything needs to be serviced. And I'm like, I just had this car serviced. What the fuck is going on? And excuse my French. And then this, I didn't realize it. I realized it afterwards that there's a thing that goes on that initiates the shifting in the car. And that came up and just stayed there forever. And I was like, what's going on? I mean, I hadn't had any problems before then. I'd driven a lot of places, and I was just like, what is going on? And so finally I got the car turned off. And I was really happy about that. And then I tried to turn it back on. And then I tried a lot of other things. And then I thought, well, maybe it's the battery in my key fob. Maybe if it's weak, the car has a problem starting. I don't know. It's a hybrid. I haven't learned everything about it. Yeah, I probably should. So I was like, okay. My daughter has the extra key fob, and I know I put a fresh battery in that one. So I asked her if she could come by with the key fob. And she had been out and about, and she'd gone to Basic Needs to pick up some food because both of us don't have a lot of money. And she gets free food there. And she was going to bring me some food. And she came, and with her key fob, it seemed like maybe okay. And then it was like, okay. So we Googled and we did everything. And we're like, okay, it seems like it might be the 12-volt battery. Let's figure out how to jump a hybrid car with a regular car, the 12-volt battery. And she had the jumper cables and everything, my old jumper cables, and we attached them, and it said like half an hour, 40 minutes, and all of a sudden some of the lights, like when you open the door, the light, after half an hour, the lights would come on. And they weren't coming on before. And some of the error messages went away. And I'm like, okay, that's the solution. It's the 12-volt battery. And then I remembered that one day I went home from moving stuff, and I was really tired. And I guess I had left my door open and I hadn't gone outside for 2 days. And so the door had been open for 2 days. And that can drain the battery. But that was like 4 days before this. And I had driven the car all over the place. So I'm like, that could have drained the battery. But I drove down to Santa Cruz. I drove all over the place. So I don't know, within those 4 days, so I couldn't figure out why there would the battery would be having a problem. Well, we ended up charging it for a long past time and like hours. And she gave me a salad, and I took some bread from my roommate that's still there because I needed some carb. And I started to feel a little bit better and less lightheaded. And my daughter was there and she was doing stuff and she got hungry. And so she decided to order McDonald's, which she didn't buy me any. But I gave her $10 because we ran her car for a long time and gas. And she got McDonald's. She ordered DoorDash McDonald's. And then I turned on I thought, well, if the inside lights are coming on, I wonder if the regular lights will come on. And I tried to turn them on and then they wouldn't go off. And I still couldn't like shift or start the car. I mean, I could start the car, but the error messages started coming up again. The lights went out, the headlights were on, and oh my God. It's like things were flashing off and on, but nothing was really operating correctly. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. At that point, I just said, I just left. I got my laundry. I brought it home. I brought my cleaning supply. I did all the cleaning I could. Brought my cleaning supplies home and left the car there with the lights on, unlocked, because I couldn't lock it. So my daughter gave me a ride home. I texted my roommate that's still there because they were having car problems, and one of our karaoke friends, Mr. Pibb, that's not his real name, but that's what he's called at one place we do karaoke. Another place we do karaoke, they call him something else, and his real name is something else. But Mr. Pibb helped them with their car. And so I thought, and then I had just seen Mr. Pibb like 2 nights before that, and we were talking, and he has the same hybrid car that I did, and we were talking about how much we loved him and everything. So, and I didn't have his number, so I texted T and I said, hey, do you have Mr. Pibb's number so I can call him to see, I think it's the battery, if he could just replace the battery, and let's see if that does it. And they gave me his number. I texted him and he goes, are you coming? Because Monday night is karaoke night too. He goes, are you coming to karaoke? And I'm like, I'm in my pajamas. I'm exhausted. I'm going to sleep. And he goes, well, I'm at karaoke, just, so, and I'm like, okay. And he goes, well, I'll see you tomorrow at noon with a battery. And I just replaced the battery in my same car. And I'll come pick you up. I'll get the battery, I'll come pick you up, and then we'll go back to your old place and I'll install the battery. And I said, well, I'll pay for the battery and your time and everything. And he really, another angel saving me, right? Mr. Pibb, love you. And plus, he's an awesome singer. He sings like My Girl and some of the Motown stuff. And he has like a really smooth, really beautiful voice. So he has a great voice too. So he came by the next day. My God, thank you so much. And he goes, yeah, your battery's dead. And I'm like, well, I couldn't turn off the lights. I couldn't turn them off. I couldn't turn off the car. I couldn't turn off the lights, but it's not going anywhere, And he goes, well, good thing all the doors are unlocked. He goes, but we can't open the trunk. So he had to go through the back seat because 12-volt battery is in the back, is underneath the stuff in the trunk. So he had to go through the bag and he put in the battery, and it took a little while because he had to contort himself through the back seat to get the battery in. Took the old battery. The new battery was like $305. And I said, well, I don't have cash on. I could write you a check, but I don't have cash on me. And he goes, I would prefer cash, And I said, okay. Well, just follow me to my bank and I'll go get some cash. Well, you only can get 20s or 100s at the bank nowadays. So I was going to give him like, 50 or $100 for his time because he saved me a lot of money. I didn't have to tow it. I didn't have to involve anybody else. It was just all of that stuff. He saved me a lot of hassle. He was there immediately and he picked me up and everything. So I gave him like 120 or 115 because it was $305 for the other thing. So that was a lot of money. That I don't have a lot of money, but my car worked again. But the car, I swear, lights were coming off and on. Error messages were showing up. I was trying to turn it on, turn it off. And we tried to jump it and got a new battery. So that was, and I hadn't taken a shower. I was going to do unpacking. Just when you think, hey, I'm going to be able to get some stuff done, your hybrid car goes, I'm not turning on. No, I'm not turning off. No, I'm not. Ah! But then another angel comes and saves you. And I have a hard time asking people for help. So, Mr. Pim, love you. Thank you so much. And if you have any fun, I have more fun car stories about some of my other cars, but that was my latest fun car story. If you have a fun car story where it's just like, you're like, what is wrong with this car? I think it's possessed. I think I have one out there that's about the Ring doorbell that we believed was possessed because we finally threw it away because it was saying things it doesn't say normally. So we're like, yeah, that one's gone. But you have a fun car story. Comment, like, subscribe. Love you all. Ciao, Bellas.